hurting you, ain't I?
No.
Oh, man. We gonna talk about it.
Rasheeda mama be wanting to sit between my legs trying to see if she can feel something.
Don't even go there.
Pacing the living room was Rasheeda. She could hardly believe what she'd heard just yesterday, whispers of a terrible betrayal that felt like a knife to her heart, and her heart was beating as the weight of the rumors bore down on her. The thought of it was intolerable. Kirk, her spouse, involved in an extramarital affair that affected her more personally than she could have ever dreamed. She inhaled deeply and found the strength to approach him. Kirk started speaking, her voice a little shaky. "I need the facts since I've been hearing rumors about you and my mother." Kirk's face became pale, and for an instant he seemed truly perplexed. "What are you talking about, Rasheeda?" "You know I wouldn't lie to me," she said, her rage erupting. "You can't continue to deny this. I have evidence. How could you do this to me in our relationship?" She shot back, shocked. "You were supposed to be my partner, my confidant. Instead you're sneaking around with my own mother. How could you betray me like this?" Kirk's stammering made it obvious he was unprepared for the encounter. The weight of broken trust caused the tension in the room to crackle intensely. Rasheeda crossed her arms and stared at him, waiting for him to clarify. However, the words seemed to get stuck in his throat, and he looked around the room frantically, trying to find a way out. When he finally managed to say, "I made a mistake," his tone changed from defensive to pleading. "It doesn't mean anything," Rasheeda exclaimed, looking stunned. "Do you really think that makes it better? This is a betrayal of family, not only of our marriage. It's not just a fling with my mother." Kirk moved in closer, his features showing signs of desperation. "Rasheeda, please give me an opportunity to clarify what needs to be explained so that we may fix this. You chose her over me. You crossed a line that can never be crossed." Rasheeda's voice quivered, not out of fear but out of the sheer sorrow that was flowing through her. The stillness that enveloped us felt oppressive. Rasheeda's eyes raced as she remembered the love they had once shared, now tarnished by his betrayal. "Your deeds have repercussions." Rasheeda pushed back against the tears that tried to flow over. She wouldn't let him see her shatter. "Kirk," she spoke up, her voice steady despite the raging fury inside of her. "You've broken my trust in a way I didn't think was possible. I deserve better than this. I deserve loyalty and respect, especially from my own husband," she said. Kirk's eyes glowed with guilt as he found it difficult to say, "I never meant to hurt you. It just happened that I was weak and didn't think that was an excuse." Kirk's hand shot out, gripping Rasheeda's wrist, and she turned away from him, needing time to process the chaos swirling in her heart. "You've crossed a line that can never be uncrossed," she whispered, scowling bitterly as she coded her words. "You're a grown man. You should have known better. This is not just a mistake, it's a choice. You chose to betray me in the worst way." The words, "Please don't walk away. I love you," hung in the air, but as soon as Rasheeda stepped outside into the night, the cool air hit her like a wave, grounding her amidst the turmoil. She felt both liberated and lost, the weight of Kirk's betrayal heavy on her heart behind her. "What you did is the antithesis of love," she repeated, her eyes stinging with tears. "I need time to think. You've shattered everything we built together," she said, her heart heaving with pain. Rasheeda Frost was pacing the living room, her mind racing after learning the truth about Kirk's affair, which had broken her trust and left her reeling. The evidence was unquestionable, and she had decided that if Kirk wanted to play dirty, she would demonstrate to him how well she could match his moves. With a determined gleam in her eye, Rasheeda knew she had to act. Kirk stood alone, struggling with the wreckage of his choices, realizing that he might have just lost the love of his life forever. Her strategy for taking back control was the public announcement. She organized a press conference to make sure it would be the talk of the town, and as cameras and reporters gathered, the atmosphere hummed with excitement. When Rasheeda took the podium, her exquisite ensemble exuded both defiance and grace. "Thank you everyone for coming." Rasheeda's manner was a calm combination of underlying fire and serenity. She started off her speech with a steady but excited tone, saying, "I have some important news to share and I want to be clear about my next steps." Rasheeda said, "As many of you know, my relationship with Kirk Frost has faced some challenges recently as the reporter's curiosity piqued." Before delivering the punchline, she waited to give the words time to sink in. "It's true, Kirk has been unfaithful," she declared confidently, sparking laughter from the group. But Rash wasn't finished. "Here's where it gets interesting," she added. "I'm not simply moving on, I'm doing it with a new person who has, up to that point, been a true friend and companion. when Rasheeda's new beau arrived. The turmoil around them was starkly contrasted with his tall, attractive, and confident demeanor. The reporters were full of energy as they took pictures and asked questions. One reporter exclaimed, "Who's he and how did you two meet?" Rasheeda has glimmering eyes. "I'm happy to have Adrian by my side as I begin this new chapter. We've been dating for a while and he's been a supportive friend through all the ups and downs." She introduced him with a satisfied smile. Unfazed by the media flurry, Adrian stood next to Rasheeda and greeted the reporters with a friendly grin and a firm handshake. He was obviously ready for the limelight and spoke with a calm assurance. Reporters anxious to learn more about Rasheeda's new relationship and how it fits into her public image asked thick and fast questions. "We met through mutual acquaintances, and our bond blossomed naturally. I'm just thrilled to support her and be part of her path forward." As the press conference came to an end, Rasheeda responded with a blend of composure and mischievous defiance, obviously relishing the chance to change the course of events. The cameras continued to flash as Rasheeda and Adrian walked out together, their hands clasped in a sign of unity and new beginnings. The news of her revelation would surely make headlines, but Rasheeda was ready, having turned Kirk's betrayal into a potent statement of her own resilience and readiness for a fresh start. As they entered the night, Rasheeda felt liberated because she had weathered the storm of Kirk's adultery with grace and strength, and now that Adrian was by her side, she was prepared to face whatever lay ahead with confidence and hope restored after a turbulent 25-year relationship that seemed to revolve around love and hip-hop. Atlanta Star rumor has it that Rasheeda, who has long put up with Kirk's never-ending parade of unfaithfulness, is now over his cheating and lying, which have been a persistent thorn in their marriage. Rasheeda has finally reached her breaking point and is ready to divorce her husband Kirk Frost. Throughout his career, Kirk has garnered media attention for his shady behavior. Perhaps his most notorious moment was when he betrayed Rasheeda on screen during a romantic getaway. This scene went down in history as a dramatic moment highlighting Kirk's flagrant dishonesty about paternity when Rasheeda was pregnant in Season 2. By Season 3, that had completely rocked their relationship. Despite their years of extremely public highs and lows, Kirk underwent a DNA test to verify his fatherhood, a move that only made matters worse and made Rasheeda realize their troubled marriage also produced dramatic fights with Rasheeda's mother Charlene, who famously ran over Kirk's motorcycle in a fiery altercation. After what has been nothing less than a spectacular soap opera of a marriage, Rasheeda appears prepared to regain control over her life and move on. If the reports of the divorce are accurate, it would be a historic change. Rasheeda, a veteran cast member, is well known for balancing her professional life, her family, and her tumultuous marriage to Kirk. Following years of betrayal, Rasheeda's journey has been one for the record books, and many are supporting her decision to sever ties with Kirk Frost. It appears that Rasheeda is tired of being the victim of Kirk's deceit and cheating, and she is choosing to prioritize her happiness and peace of mind as she leaves the turbulent union. Undoubtedly, one of the most controversial and dramatic romance ships on Love Hip Hop has been Kirk Frost and Rasheeda's marriage. Atlanta was first shown as the devoted manager and spouse who was all about encouraging Rasheeda to pursue her goals, but after nearly 25 years of turbulent ups and downs as their marriage became the focal point of the drama on the show in Season 2, Kirk's behavior became especially antagonistic, accusing Rasheeda of cheating. This led to a series of betrayals, including Kirk being caught on camera with 2 women and pressuring Rasheeda to have an abortion. Despite the chaos, the couple was able to reconcile in Season 3. But Kirk's antics continued to cause havoc, such as hiring a bartender to watch Rasheeda and inciting drama by pairing Rasheeda with his artist Ashley Nicole in Season 4. The relationship reached its lowest point in Season 6 when it was revealed that Kirk had fathered a child with stripper Jasmine. This scandal caused them to temporarily split up in Season 7, but even during this brief truce, their relationship was still plagued by Kirk's constant infidelity and dishonesty, leaving Rasheeda to deal with the fallout in the public eye. As Rasheeda approaches her 24-year wedding anniversary, rumors of a divorce are circulating, suggesting that she may finally be hitting her in an emotional and candid conversation captured by television, Breaking Point's marriage, which has lasted for more than 20 years.